All right, so I started a live stream early, and let me set this up here. Give me 1 second, people, as I set things up. PowerTarget Trade here. Um, I gotta try to set something up. Okay, so let me see if I can get this set up the way I want in a browser. It was a bit late to set things up, but give me 1 second, people. Oh damn, it's not working here. Why is it showing like that? But you know what? It's okay. I'm gonna have to start this differently today, people. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. So, give me 1 second, people. You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. So basically, uh, the live streams are on Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You have to, if you follow me on Twitter, I usually post these updates. Let me see what's going on here. Why can't I see the live stream? All right, people. Give me 1 second as I am setting up. Hello, Ash. Right away, Ash. Ash is already, I mean, no surprise, Ash. And I'm going to be talking about Ash, and I'm going to be talking about a lot of things, people. This is going to be a very powerful live stream. We're going to talk about, why there's a lot of information. Why do people lose? But I want to talk about my process, why we win, why we're so successful. And I'm going to be talking about the Tesla trade today because it shows the process of why we hold for, and I'm explaining why we're holding. And it has to be my confirmed plans that work with this. Well, basically, the market has been very difficult since 2016 to 2020. Lots of people are confused. Lots of stock clowns out there think that the market's going to crash all the time, and they have no skill in real direction, right? Now, what I do is I understand what the market is saying. This is a skill like very few people in the world possess. And I know this by what I've done, accomplished between 2016 and 2020. I mean, I've destroyed so many people out there. It's not funny. And it's all documented on my YouTube channel. But besides that point, I like to gloat a lot because I'm so massively correct that it's just hard not to. So I'm going to try really hard, people. So before I talk about this, why do we want to listen to me? Well, PowerTarget Trade through 2016 has called the big picture of the market as being massively correct, smashing a truck through a brick wall. You got the truck, just boom. That's how correct I've been. And I've done a lot of live streams talking about where the SPY is going to go, and the market has done that, smashing it like a brick wall. That being said, this is a true statistical measurement, but I can't spend all the time going through that same thing. But as the market was falling in December, I did tell the market that the market was falling for the wrong reasons, and I had plans in my group, and I walked it step by step with BA being the start point of catching this huge run here in the SPY, where stock clowns like Option Sniper, guessing and assuming completely wrong and have been destroyed and gone. A lot of bearish stock clowns are crying as the SPY's in new highs. PowerTarget Trade has led the people smart enough to understand in the right direction. All right then. So that being said, people, I'm gonna get to the Tesla trade. So be patient, people. You gotta understand who I am. I am the big picture leader. And when I do speak like this, it's with authority. In other words, everything coming out of my mouth is an actual fact. And I've told people, anyone wanting to go against that would lose millions against me, guaranteed. I am that certain of myself. Like I smash anyone out there to nothing in terms of plan per plan per plan. And the people who really follow me know what I'm talking about, know how correct I am. However, here's the problem. I can't blame just the stock clowns. A lot of people are stock clowns themselves, meaning that mentally they go about the market the wrong way. They don't have any skill. Okay, they are fearful traders. okay? And you cannot succeed without any skill or being a fearful gambling type trader, okay? When I say I am the big picture leader, I am the big picture leader without a doubt. It's so well documented. If someone was to really go through everything carefully, but they're too stock clown to do that, they would see, holy mackerel, this guy is like bang on crazy correct about the big picture of the market. Like with all these, oh, it's just insanely correct. And I am insanely correct, people, because of a system that I created, okay? And what I do is I filter things down to the highest probability. We won in stocks like Ruco, BA, Amazon, Google L, when they're in the alignment in my plans, but I also know how to vanquish things. I put them aside and go to whatever else is in favor. But it's also within a very manageable select amount of plans where people with small accounts are able to do very well. I'm gonna show you this fact today in the group. Um, Regardless, if you don't study and don't listen to my advice, it doesn't matter. You will be destroyed because you don't listen, right? So one of the things I tell my group is you need to understand about the sun and the rain. I tell people straight out, listen, you can't make money in the market expecting to win all the time. You don't win all the time. You can win. You've got to know how to go through the rain period to catch the sun. I've demonstrated this and proved this to the right people over and over and over again without a shadow of a doubt, people. The reason why we catch the sun is because we know how to deal with the rain. I call it the I never said the market was easy. I said though, if you don't go at the market, if you don't go into the plans, if you dwell on things that don't work out temporarily and miss the winners, you lose in the long run of things, right? So even at a high win rate of 80%, what about the things that don't work out, the 20%, due to market conditions, due to factors uncontrollable to anyone? If anybody tells you that there are only winning, 100% win rate to me means you don't, there's nothing to think about. We don't need to do there is no skill anymore. All you've got to do, people, is put everything on one idea, the whole thing on one idea, and you're gonna make a killing, right? I mean, we're talking about putting hundreds or millions of bucks. When you're correct 100%, that means you can put unlimited funds in one idea. Unlimited. It will work for sure. Reality is, it doesn't work that way, but it doesn't have to work that way, people. You understand me? It does not have to work that way. That's where I use what's called strategy. In fact, I'm probably the closest thing to the crystal ball. And when I say these things, it's without honesty, God, people. It is, you have to witness this in the group. And the problem is, only the people, and I have a small, so again, a lot of people are stock clowns. They don't go through the sun and the rain like I say. They catch some sun, they go through a little bit of rain, and then they don't follow through, and then they lose, right? They don't go through, right? I assure you, anybody who's in my group who knows, like, you don't have someone like Ash, okay? And I'm going to talk about the Ash story because Ash is perfect example of, and she's new. There's a lot of great people, but the reason why I talk about her is she being new, coming into my group, and with very little of me having to explain things to her, um, she's practically, in percentage wise, surpassed everybody. Just no one who surpassed her. And the only reason why is she did study what I say. She goes into everything that I say, and I know this. But anyways, I'm gonna go back into that. So as we can see, people, the PowerTarget Trade, yours truly, a big picture leader, has won again the big picture and the SPY. Enough said with that, right? I don't want to go over the SPY, but trust me, people, if you go through my live streams, you hear me defending the markets at key support resist, in where there's massive fear, only to be right over and over and over again. Unlike anything else out there, there's absolutely no one matching what I do out there. Absolutely none. You want to know the big picture? You go to PowerTarget Trade and you got the big picture. You don't go to the news. You don't go to anyone out there, but yours truly, the big picture leader. Everybody else is a clown in comparison. That being said, I'm serious about that. Clowns. All right now. Clowns. They're just clowns in my skill. Like what I'm saying, to comparing me to them, there's no comparison. Okay, now I gotta I gotta relax. I just have so much, so much joy, people, and so much. I love how correct I am. It just blows my mind, you know. But it's that passion and work ethic that I've had. I've also suffered many years before becoming Power Trick or Trade, right? And through that massive suffering and that wanting to understand the big picture, powerful things can happen, right? And also people that saw my talent that I coached also helped flourish and empower Picture Trade to another level. And in fact, every person that has the has the skills to understand what I'm saying and or does what I say also helps empower Power Trick Trade to keep on improving. I'm going to be the leader, smashing it, the markets for decades on. A lot of these clowns will be gone, and you'll name it, and we'll be laughing about them. Trust me, Power Trick Trade has the health. I got the skills of health beyond the majority out there. You're gonna see it. There isn't anyone that comes close to Power Trick Trade out there. In terms of market skill and helping on health combinations, doesn't exist. It doesn't exist out there. I'm telling people. Okay, anyways, I gotta calm down here. So today we're going to talk about Tesla. Now Tesla is an example why people lose, right? And why they have no skill and they are baby-minded thinkers, right? So we're going to go today into the lives into my group, okay? And we're going to see what Power Tricker Trade said about Tesla through the chop process. I want you to see how everything I said actually worked out, and I do this for every single plan. Some plans, like the reason why we caught all the Apple plans is because I identify it, we wait for confirmation, and then we go with my system skills, okay? And I look at the rules, and I update the people about the key support levels and what we must do if we want to catch the gains. We take profits at 100%, we hold runners. I do this over and over. I document it in videos. No one does what I do because they can't do it. They can't. And I'm going to continuously do it this way when for the right people to understand and say, oh, I wish I found this guy. But you see, people are still, doesn't matter how good you are, if you don't want to listen to my every word, you will fail. The market is that hard. See, the problem is people don't have enough skill already. You've got to listen to Power Trick or Trade 100%. Failure to do so will cost you. You won't win long term. You will plummet. Right? Now, I have people sending me gifts for a reason because they do listen. They can't send me gifts if they don't make money, but they make money. You see, and the problem is that my advice and experience is too expensive, okay, for most to afford. So I created a group where people send me gifts, and I prefer it that way. And I don't want to get into the story why I created it that way, but there was a reason for it. Everything happens for a reason. It's so many amazing stories to tell you, people, that I just don't have the time. That being said, let's talk about Tesla, people. Let's go into my group, where you hear me talk, okay? Where you see me talk to the people. Power Trick or Trade here, talking to the people here. Okay, so we're gonna go into my thing. Give me a second here, people. All right. So here's an example. Saeed, okay, has a small account. And we're going to go to about Saeed. Now, this was something he sent about with the Apple plan, but I want to show you what he said here, people. So we're going to open up a gift from Saeed. This is just an example, okay? I received so many different levels of gifts, but it's not about the money only. It's also about the message being said. So let's see what Saeed said today, okay? Hi, Sandro. Here is a small thank you gift on my behalf for the great Apple winning plans. Thank you for all your help. Without your leadership, it is impossible to catch the gains. I have a small account, but still made decent money on it. We all have to support this group to grow and become stronger. Thank you again. Sent by Saeed. Now, I cover up information, but you see $150. Now, it's not the money that he sent, it's also the message, and that he has a small account and that he's making money in large cap companies with skill because of following my rule set. Now, he really did follow my rule set. He held to hold, and he did that due to the belief and witnessing over and over and over again. That's why I tell people to watch the videos over and over and over again how I pump out the winners within a small selection of picks, all manageable. So he doesn't have the account size to go into a whole bunch of plans. with PowerTarget Trade, he's able to succeed and do well. And that's a pretty big gift for someone with a small account. Percentage-wise, it's a big gift, right? So there's people who have larger accounts and send bigger gifts, and that's the beauty of the group. It all supports each other, right? The small guy gets a chance because the people with bigger accounts, more generous, are helping out them. It's all something unique, never seen before in the history of the market. Okay, I got so many gifts that like this sent to me. You have no idea. And that's just one side of it. It's not about the people who invested to work with me. That's another story in itself. That no one ever in their history has been able to do, right? And this is all out of free will, not in the story. Meaning they want to do that. So we're gonna go back to we're going to talk about Tesla, where we got out some of the calls at 95% gains. We still have runners, but we're going to talk about what I said. So let me go back. There's a lot of things I'm saying, and then damn, these advertisements come in. All right, so you see 9 hours ago. So let's talk about what I said here. I talk about Apple, and of course we're holding Apple still. We already collect 100% gains, but it doesn't matter. You're seeing everything that I post, the updates in the group. So what I said this morning, 12 hours, that was early in the morning. I said for Tesla, 314.50 to 312 is key support to hold. That will give us still enough time to catch the gains. I will hold this as long as it stays above those key supports for the November 08 320 calls. Now let me see if we can all see this, people. Oh, okay, my picture's in the way. Give me 1 second, people. I gotta make an adjustment. Give me 1 second, people. I gotta make an adjustment. To this over here. We gotta make me smaller here, people. We gotta make the PowerTarget Trade here smaller so that we can see me. All right. So PowerTarget Trade, we see me smaller. Okay, doesn't matter, right? PowerTarget Trade. All right. Now listen, people. So now you can see in the group here. 12 hours ago, okay, because the market was open. You have to understand that. You have to use your brain and think a little bit. Think, okay. We were gonna go into the charts and we can show you this. But this is what I do in my group. Now, Tesla wasn't easy to hold. In fact, we should go back even farther back, actually. We should go even another day, November the 5th here. Okay, so here we are, November 5th. So with Tesla for today, it requires either a stop at 150. So we were holding this. Now, we never went near this. I was trying to explain to people, if we want to catch Tesla, it is holding my rules support zones. We must hold if we want to catch the gains. And as you can see here, November the 5th, I was telling people we must hold. And here's the thing. It's okay to lose for the right reasons, but when you miss gains for fear, for the wrong reason, I do not support that. That's not how you succeed in the markets. That's why people lose. Now, this is the kind of pressure, and this is how serious I take it. You hear the supports always held, but the options never went to. I said this is what we must do, because the support zones for Tesla's playing a game due to market conditions, but it's very strong. We must hold, people. I want to show you everything I said, because this is what I do all the time for every plan. I support everything I do. That's why we are winners, and people send me the dollar bills with skills. Now, I gotta calm down. I'm gonna calm down. I promise people to calm down. Okay, now I gotta calm down. Okay, so listen. Here, 12 hours ago. Let's go back to today. Okay, for Tesla, 314.50 to 312 is key supports to hold. That will give us still enough time to catch the gains. I will hold this as long as it stays above those keys. Now, of course, Tesla held that, because how Tesla did is we did come and test 314. 314.50 to 312. But then I made an update to 312. Okay, we did test 314.50 and bounce. But do you see what I said about the 315? So what that meant is that, I mean, it practically touched it and bounced very quickly. We're going to go into the charts to show you the power. Now, this happened before the fact when I posted that, right? So now, but again, for Tesla, as long as it holds support, 314, you see me the update today. As it is building, we can still do well with those November 08 320 calls. Lots of time for a stock like Tesla in one day. It could see 328 to 330 from here. Now that's 11 ago. Now, I'm saying this, of course, as Tesla is in that 317. We're going to go into the charts to take a look at this. Okay, we have to go into the charts here to see this. So for Apple, I updated. So as Apple was pulling back, I said, so with Apple, in this case, we could put stops. Okay, I don't want to talk about Apple right now, but these are the things I do updating. Of course, we're still in Apple. We're still holding because we're trying to get the big picture of Apple. We already collected 100% gains, but we're now holding runners, and I do strategize this. Everything I say when I make these videos, when you go into my YouTube channel, it's what I do. Nothing out there is like PowerTarget, and with a small selection of picks. When you know how to identify things like me, okay, I have high identification skills. High. We're talking about high. Too high. You can't be right Apple 3 times in a row when people are afraid. Because I understand my system rules. They're too powerful. I'm not big picture leader for no reason, people. So when I tell people to go long Apple, long Apple, long Apple, and being right, it's high skill. And I do this all the time. Okay, that being said, no more, not floating with the best in the world over here. So, and this is where anybody can help, because I tell people, don't go in too big. PowerTarget Trade Shia, by the way, said he had gotten 20 contracts of this, for example. But anyways, we're going to talk about PowerTarget Trade Shia. I mean, that guy likes to go really big and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I would tell him not to go too big. He would like to go with 50 contracts, 100 contracts. But we're not going to talk about PowerTarget Trade Shia, because I can go on and on with so many powerful stories that's mind-blowing, okay? So anyways, people, of my powerful skills and who I've influenced, these little baby, these services are baby. They're just making money off of selling baloney that they can't do anything themselves. They make more money selling the systems. My group's free. I help people for free. They send me gifts. I sell nothing. What I'm doing is like doing God's work for the right people. That's what I'm doing, because I make the people who do services make way more money than I do by getting gifts from here for people and trying to help people and make them wake up and smell the coffee and all that stuff, which now I've done with that. That's why I made new stipulations to get into my group and all that. But we'll get into that. We'll get to that, because I don't have time to deal with stock clowns. I don't have the time anymore. They're too conny. Okay, so let's go up. So I went away, and I talk about tonight, so that's why I say. Okay, so then obviously now for Tesla we needed to break. Now here's the update. So now we need Tesla to break 2350, and then we will see 100% gains. If not, we will just hold for the pop. Now, of course, at the time when I posted this, what I'm trying to say is Tesla's great. So Tesla was getting around 220 at the time when I posted that, about 8 hours ago, right? Now, right now it's about 8:52 p.m. In the thing. Now Twitter updates things by the hour, it doesn't update by every single minute, right? But it updates at key points. Now, so anyways, people, long story short, I wanted to demonstrate so people could read, they could press pause and read. This is here's what I said, this is the language. So I go, what do I say here? This is all the language and part of how the market screws the people with no skill. I'm trying to explain why the market does what it does and why most people with no skill don't make money. They always complain, oh, I missed those gains. I should have held. You don't have skill. That's why. You sell when you're not supposed to sell. You hold when you're not supposed to hold. You don't have a clue what you're doing. But PowerTarget Trade, I do things to the book, to the letter. I smash anyone out there that can't do this. They're baby scalpers. Okay? I've had stuff go against me 80%, and I told people to hold only for it to become 100% winner. You have no idea. You have no idea if you haven't been in this. Because I want to make money with skill, not fear. There's a big difference. If you're not making money with skill, luck will run out. You will lose long run. I assure you. And I want you to think about what I'm saying, because I'm sure I'm talking to someone out there who's understands of how they've made money and lost money and made money and don't understand why. Because you don't have the skills. The market will kill most of the people. But with me, the big picture leader, you have a lot of power. 28 years experience in the market, okay, people. But a different type of experience, a different type of hunger, a different type of person that was born to lead, born for this stuff, born to lead. I just think people are too dumb. You need leader. People need leadership too. But the smart people, what I say by most people, let's say everybody's on a dumb level compared to yours truly. But the smart people realize, say, you know what? I need help. I need to listen to someone who knows what they're doing. Now, no one in the history would do this for free. No one. Why is it free? Here's the reasoning. If someone comes in my group, they make money and they'll see the value. If they don't see the value, they're clowns. I kick them out of the group. But they see the value, they want to send me gifts. Now, I know I don't want nothing from anyone. I say, you come in, I know you're going to make money if you follow my rules. If you do everything I say, but you got to go through the whole shebang. You got to study. Now, a lot of people that have come in my group, they didn't study. They only want to catch the sun and they don't listen to my warnings about the rain. They don't understand that if you don't get the right mindset, you're going to miss the key sunshine spots in the market. And you have to have the right mentality to have the winning mindset to catch stuff like Tesla. And I've got now this Tesla win was a lot harder than the other one that was before. That's why I say double whammy win, because that was the one on my YouTube channel. You have to go look. It's all in my, if you come into my group, you can go see it for yourself. Like I tell stock clowns, come in my group. Like, don't talk and flap the mouth. Challenge me. You're gonna lose $1 million going against me. If you sign the papers with lawyers, you're gonna lose your life against me. You don't, I can see a person, I'll tell them straight to their face, you don't stand a chance against me. You don't stand a chance in my sandbox, in where I do things. You don't stand a chance. I don't use 20 plans, 30 plans like these stock clowns out there. It's so condensed what I do. Every plan is focused, is if it's gonna confirm, it's gonna be a winner. And we treat it that way unless something changes. So losses are gonna happen. But then you gotta have a plan to get into the winner. If you miss the winner and you cry about that loss, you become a loser. Listen carefully, people. If the market was easy, everyone would win. It's not easy, and I know this. But it's easy for me now because I trade with the exact, with the rules I created that are more powerful than yours truly. It blows my mind, but it just works like clockwork. And the people who study with me know what I'm talking about. But they may not be able to see everything that I see. Don't forget now, I have my experience. There are people growing and learning. But they've seen how much talent I have and invested to work with me and spend hours a week with me. Well, I explain why we're doing this, why I'm doing that, why I think this, why I think that. No one's doing this. And then I demonstrate it in YouTube videos. And if it seems too good, it's hard work, people. It's a reality truth. So who's ever coming in, you haven't heard a more truthful person. I'm a Catholic. I go to church with my family every week on Saturday, people. You're not gonna find a more truthful person. I put my heart and soul in this thing. Right? These people out there are stock clowns that have no skill. They don't belong near. It's like, I don't know. I don't want to draw a comparison anymore. So let's talk. So again, I think this was really good when I talked about the Texter saying luck runs out with skill doc. Yeah, Dexter's great. Okay, anyways, yeah, luck. Okay. So here we talk about the gains. Yup, Tesla. Okay, anyways, people, what we do, I was looking for 100% gains, but you have to understand that the options were this morning around 3:30. We can go to the options change so I can show you the options change. So I want to educate people here. So we're going to go back to the charts, people. PowerTarget Trades is going to go back to the charts over here. And then we're going to, so back to the charts. And then I got to go fix me. Got to move me. And then make me a little bit bigger. Will leave me like that. We don't need me bigger. We don't need to, you just got to hear me, PowerTarget Trade, and see me a little bit. Okay, now. So now we're going to go to, and who does these live streams week after week after week, updating the people with the and being correct, the big picture of the market? Who does this? No one. If you go to my live streams, anyone new, you go to my live streams, you won't see anybody as correct as me. Not the world record holder. He's a fucking clown compared to me. Not Carl Icahn, the wrong apple. Not all the people who say this and that about me who are clowns. Where is your proof? Where is your live streams? I'm here and I keep coming here for the people to wake up those smart enough, because people are dum-dums. I have to tell how it is. Dumb. All right, now. That being said, let's go to Tesla here and let's go take a look at the charts together, people. Let's take a look at the charts together and the options close, okay? And then I'm gonna show you because I have the tool. So today we're gonna go to the 10-minute, we're gonna go to the 10-minute chart here, people. Let's go together. And by the way, we're still holding runners, okay? We're holding runners, okay? And I couldn't care if I was to lose 50% of the runners. I want to get the 100% gains, if not more, on the runners, unless Tesla doesn't follow my rules. And problem is with time, so I have to make a calculated analysis when the market opens, when I do everything based on the time we have. And I know Tesla very well. I'm a Tesla master. You know, like I catch so many winning plans with skill. It's not funny. But to the right market direction, listen, people, I never shorted Tesla, never. The reason being is that I play with the market real direction. I focus my energies on what the real pick direction is. I don't look for to be the best. You've got to know how to focus your direction and energies in the right direction. If you try to be the jack of all trades, you go nuts and you lose your health. That being said, I'm also about health. Okay, if I really wanted to make maximum money, I would probably jeopardize my health. Like I would make way more money, but it's not my total objective. I probably need other people to help me out on that and do other things, which I'm training and all that stuff, because I can't do it on myself, because I gotta, whatever I tell people to get into, I manage it. Okay, I don't recommend or get into anything unless I'm going in myself. So I know how this all works. That's what the services do not do, but I do. That's what Dan Zanger doesn't do, but I do. That's why I'm superior by far. End of story. All right, now. So now, let's take a look at, okay, this is a 10-minute chart. So here's what happened. So Tesla opened up and we were going a bit up. We pulled back. As you can see, we pulled back to the low of 314.50. Now, it happened to support over here on this particular on my particular chart system, but that's not the reason why I did. But you can see we did bounce this 200 of the 10-minute, and it happened to be 314.54, and we bounced at 314.50. I also talked about that step 314.50 to 312. Well, this lasted very short time. Let's bring up the 3 minutes to show you this for yourself. And you can go through your own charts to see for yourself, right? So if you look at this, right around 11:03, we went to then, and we then bounced within a few minutes. Boom! Now, we got the move, the pop, when I said we have to break 323, and we started doing that around 2:39 p.m. Now, be honest with you people, PowerTarget Trade, I was out. I have confidence. I came back around 3:30. I walk into the gains with skills, and I take out some profits. I wasn't worried. I had my intentions. I told people, if Tesla was to close to 321, we're going to hold. I know we need one day. I've told this into my group. One day. One day. One day. That's all we need. Word for word, what I said happened. And it's only because I follow my rule structure. Now, I was willing to lose in Tesla. This is the difference, people. For the right reasons. I know that it's a possibility. But as soon as you start thinking that you're going to lose and you're afraid and you don't trade properly and hold support levels with rules, you become a losing trader, and that's why a lot of people lose. I don't do that. And as you witnessed in my group, and everybody who witnessed in my group, witnessed this. I'm typing away, telling them, I walked away today. You know, computer, I was away doing some things. I come back, I lock in some gains, laughing to the laughing and just being a king. I knew what I was seeing. I have so much faith in what I do. When you trade with skill, you win. When you trade as a fearful trader, you lose. You might get lucky winning here and there, but you always lose it. Trust me, people. My way is the only way. It's people who really know what I'm doing. The people who don't listen to me, they see it that they're wrong and they say, I'm so sorry, Sandro. I know I screw up. I don't man. They overtrade. They don't. I tell people, listen, I'm going to tell you, my new video explains about money management around. A lot of people just want to make money with money they don't have. And that is how you become a fear scared trader. You can't do that. You've got to have confidence. And the reason why I have confidence is you got to have confidence from a skill, from believing in what you do. And when you don't believe, you become fearful. You become a nothing. You become a clown. You miss out on gains like the stock clown. You miss out huge. You complain, you cry, grandma, this, that. But you can't catch the gains with skills. With skills. You can't. People cannot. Now, I'll be posting that exactly the confirmation, but what did we pay for? Oh, by the way, let's go back to the thing. I gotta stop my gloating here. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the confirmation too. You know what? I gotta do the whole shebang here quickly. Okay, so let's go quickly to the options where they close so people understand how everything I post is reality truth. Like, this is called an options chain, when you have a charting program that shows you all the facts. All right, now, people. So we're going to go to the November the 8th, the 320 calls, right? Now, they closed at $815. Now, what did we buy this at? We bought this at $430 per option. So Tesla did go against us. It went for us. Yesterday, it went for us about $700. And I thought we were going to be able to collect that 100% that day. But the market pulled back. I told the group to hold, as you can see. This is November the 5th. Right? In fact, I gave up 70% holding property. This is the reality here. And it became that I was back to break even. Was I concerned? No. My point that I prove over and over again, I go through this over and over again, is I gotta make the dollar bills with skills. Fear doesn't make money long term. Skill does. And I tell this to people. Fear is for losers. Skill is for winners. All right then, that being said. So now you see for yourself. Now, we're going to try to get more, like $1,000 per option on the runners. And I know PowerTarget Trade Shia is going to be just ecstatic because, I mean, he's got quite a bit of options. But anyways, nonetheless, people, let's go back to my, my thing over here. And we'll talk about Tesla here quickly here. So Tesla doing very well. Like I was, we got in Tesla. I'm going to show you the truth, people. You're going to see for yourself over here. See, like we were holding this, and I knew this was going to go. I said, we must hold, people. This stock is following my rules. Anyways. When you got belief in what you do, you can do that. So here it is. November the 4th, Tesla confirming with the November 8th 220 calls at 450. Okay, so I got a bit better than this, but they confirmed at 450. Now, let's show you where they were. When I made the plan, here's November the 3rd. So here it is. Tesla update plan. Less risk now. 4 more great gains if this can confirm. So let's go look at the chart. Now, I posted this in the group, right? Let's take a look, people. This is what I do over and over and over again. It's unfunny. It's like uncanny, too much skill. Tesla is set up to test 355 to 365 next, but a move just to 330 will be enough for some great gains. Tesla needs to break above 317.50 on some good action volume and price power to confirm. Well, that's what it did. It just took a little longer than usual, but the volume, it did everything that I said. Now, at the time, I want you to look here. This is November the 1st, right? Because this was probably posted on the weekend. And we got in November the 1st, which is on a Monday. This is on the Friday's close, right? So I posted this on the weekend, right? November the 3rd. You got to look at your dates, okay? Here is where I show the plan. I outlined this direction. I already knew that we might have some difficulty. I already anticipated this, but I know that we were consolidating for a long time. We were waiting for Tesla. I told people that Tesla is a strong focus. So I was preparing my group. Tesla is a strong focus because I know the stock is back. I said this is when we won before. We won so many gains on my other plan. You got to check it out. It's all on my YouTube channel. There's no one with these skills people out there. No one. They're baby scalpers compared to PowerTarget Trades, the big picture leader. All right then, enough said. Loading. But you can see here, they were at 291. Okay, so we paid more, right? Because I had to confirm. Look at Tesla was at 313.31. It had to show power. I said 317.50. We had to hold for a few days. We grinded this out, and I was telling the people we must hold. And there's people that are in there that caught the gains and sent me some gifts already. Okay, but what I'm saying is, people, I demonstrated what I'm trying to demonstrate in this live stream is this is what I'm about. This is what I do. I really manage and I put a lot of attention to every plan, right? Whatever it is, I tell the people we have to hold because of key support levels. And this is how you win short-term trading because we trade with options about 1 month, okay? Sometimes we might be holding plans for a couple of weeks to get the gains. Sometimes it's in it for a day and a half. Nobody knows the exact time frames, but I know we're going to go if it can confirm within a short period of time. And I choose options strategically for whatever it is, whether it's Tesla. Tesla, I usually use weekly options because when it's setting up with my rules, okay, it has to be within my rule structure. It works very well. And this is why I hold it with intensity. Do we have some losers sometimes? Yes, we do. But when we add up all the winners and we get into all the plans, the winners surpass the losers by a large margin. That being said, people, there is a powerful live stream to study, bringing you guys inside the world of PowerTarget Trade, of how I manage and put great detail in everything I do. And I do, it's all, listen to me, study my YouTube channel. There is nothing like it on the face of this planet. That's why I do it that way. People are too dumb. We live in a very dumb society. It's just the facts, people. I try to wake up. There are smart people, but they're still sleeping. And I try to wake them up with hard pounding words. The only way. The sledgehammer. Some people they wake up. Some people they never wake up. They stay clowns. They stay losers. Slaving away, working, never becoming their best. When the best was right in front of them. Losing it away. I told people if I kick you out of your group, you're gonna fail in the markets. Trust me. I warned everybody who I kick out. You're gonna be nothing without PowerTarget Trade. Nothing. You have no skill. Out there, they're all shysters. Option Sniper, the biggest shyster out there. He cleaned up nicely though. He cleaned up because people want to believe circus hacks. They don't want to believe the truth. Forget about the truth. I want to pay some Option Sniper money because I believe this guy. But why did he run for the hills? Then they found out, by the way, the Option Sniper was a school a teacher. Here's PowerTarget Trade already. Listen, all the cons are going to be gone. PowerTarget Trade is going to be here. And all my live streams have it documented. I'll be smashing everybody to pieces when they're all gone. And PowerTarget Trade is here, winning, growing with the smart, intelligent people. It'll be a small group. And it will only be people that follow my rules. If you can't follow my rules, you're going to fail. It's just that simple. I can't help you succeed. The market's that difficult. But with my rules, with my help, you can succeed and grow massively. All right then. All right then. Now, Ruko and stuff like that, I said talk about Ruko. Now, Ruko is something we haven't been focusing on. But why did we trade Ruko this year? Well, first of all, Ruko, we focused on Ruko when it was good back in the February and we caught actually this whole Ruko run. And now this is documented, this whole with multiple option plans, all in my live stream. We haven't really we got into one Ruko plan that didn't work out. But out of 7 or 8 Ruko plans, we killed it. So again, win rate to loser, small margin. But if you miss the winners and you focus on the losers, you see what I'm saying, people? It's that discipline, right? And that belief. Now, that's why I tell people study, 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 study. If you're not studying my videos and seeing the big picture of how I'm able to continuously make these winning plans, you won't have the faith to do what you need. If you don't understand what I'm doing, you don't come to life. Like, I give the people who were serious for success the power to see it. And then they can come in, it's free. Now, let's talk about Ash quickly. Now, Ash came in my group in April, and she didn't know about my rule structure. I happened to kick Ash out by mistake because she didn't follow my rules unintentionally. When she messaged me back, she goes to me, Sandro, uh, how do I send you a gift? She didn't ask me, why am I kicked out of the group? She sends me a message, how can I send you a gift? I want to send you a gift. How do I do that? And then she says, I can't see the group right now. And I said to her, listen, I kicked you out of the group, but I'm going to put you back into the group. It's not a problem because she explained, oh, I'm sorry that because where she lives in, I think she says she's in Malaysia or something. I forgot. Can't think the exact name, but I think Malaysia. And anyways, her time frame, so and so or whatever. And then we got that. So right now, she's one of the most active members, follows my rules to a T, and has sent me the most gifts in terms of percentage wise for someone new. Like even some people who've been a long time in my group, she's like destroyed them and put them to bed. The only reason is she actually just listens to what I say, like hangs on to every word and puts it to heart. She sends me so many messages thanking me, telling me how much she believes in me. You have no idea, people, but this is the truth. So I'm sharing this with you, that there's nothing out there that does this. And I do this because I know I get encouragement for the right people to continue doing it the way I do it. The clowns are the clowns. I don't want the gambler. The gamblers are going to be losers in life. Go away. Don't go away, clown gamblers. Don't want you. If you don't want to listen to what I'm saying in my live stream, you're a clown, you're a loser. Bye-bye. I don't care. I'm going to make money. You don't make the money. That's your opportunity. There are thousands and thousands of people that if they knew and understood what I do, they would say, I wish I found this guy. But they don't. You gotta find me in a needle in a haystack. You know, it's hard to find. Social media has so much baloney out there. It's hard to find, and sometimes people, you have to really be looking for it. Like Ash was looking for it. Someone like me, she happened to connect with what I said with one of my YouTube videos, joined the group, studied my videos, and just killed it. One of her gifts was $1,000 gift. I want you to think about that. It was for the couple of other Apple. It was an Apple and HD trades back in September. That being said, go see if any group get that kind of respect, right? And not to mention, I got a lot of respect for people like Shaya, people like Dexter, people like Mez, right? There's other great people who send me gifts, but I'm talking about some key, big, really big contributors. There's many of them, but those are really big ones. What I'm getting at, what do they all have in common? They study, they pay attention. That's why they are champion people. They see through the baloney. If I could go on so many stories, people. Let me see if there's any tongue. Let me see, people. I'm also trying to keep calling my cell phone every night. It depends, Mirza. We usually don't add on pullbacks. What we do is we are catching direction. We're selling. We usually don't buy. We don't buy pullbacks. It's very rare that I buy pullbacks unless there's a situation. It's very rare. My system is direction trader. Okay, I don't buy pullbacks. When things pull back, okay, it could mean that things could fail. So I usually do not buy pullbacks. I just hold for the direction, okay, for that key direction. it's very sophisticated what I do. Okay, it's very different. But to answer your question, most of the time, no. And again, I'm an adaptive thinker. In other words, there is no one set rule. It's an adaptive, fluid. You need to be, like Bruce Lee would say, like water, whatever. Same thing, It, I have so much skill and understanding of the markets, right? 28 years experience at this, right? That I'm the bridge between the old world and new world. Like just someone out there that matches my skill for what I can help people with options, right? That's why you have people selling penny stock tradings and stuff like that. These people have no skill. There's no skill. They're selling. They've got no skill. It's Anyways. I don't want to get into that. People, I can't help the people who want to buy into the clowns. That's not. What can I do? What's in front of you is world class leadership. End of story. Enough said. Lulu, no. Lulu is out of the trade. Is being gone. Lulu. Lulu was a failed plan. And in fact, I'm gonna probably take Lulu out of the because it seems to not match my rules most of the time, and I'm cognizant of that too, right? There are stocks that just I decided to take them out because they don't follow my rule structure. But do I care about Lulu now? No. I went to refocus on other things like Apple, new Apple wins and Tesla wins and so on and so forth. So the answer with Lulu is off because let's take a look at Lulu. Lulu is off the records for me. Listen to me. I'm always adapting and moving into what is the best, highest probability. You must like when if Ruko is not right now ready, but Ruko was a great winner. But I don't care about Ruko right now until it meets my criteria, and then I will add it. I don't need Ruko. I only focus on the best. And right now, Tesla, I assure you, is something to really pay attention to. I'm going to be making a lot of winning plans in Tesla for the group. So you get into my group, PowerTarget Trade, ha ha! Follow the rules. Okay, now, how about AMD? Now, AMD is a good question. AMD is a long-term stock, okay? And I said this many times. It's a $50 stock long-term. Now, as you can see, AMD recently has gone up higher, but it's a long-term stock. And even though it did well recently, it's not being a stock I wanted to focus for with options. What I've told many people a long time is it's a good long-term hold. We did do options it was something that I made some great gains with skill while the stock plan was massively wrong. AMD, we caught this run over here. That was it with AMD. I haven't been really focusing with option trades much with AMD because it's not good enough of a stock for options. However, I've told people that it's a very good long-term stock to hold, and it has been. There's been people who've actually held this and bought up some shares in AMD. I do not own any shares in AMD, but I did recommend people if they wanted to hold it long term, that I believe that this stock has the fundamental and technicals to go to $50 per share long term. And of course, I've been massively correct, while the stock clown has been massively wrong since $12 a share. Massively wrong. I annihilate people. You don't understand what I just annihilate them off the face of the planet and how wrong they are compared to yours truly. I annihilate. I got it. I told people, come on, man. I got my YouTube channel. I got so much weapons to pull against you that you will run for the hills. Listen, no one in their right mind with skill, they would say this guy knows what he's talking about, but they're busy doing their thing. Most people, okay, don't have skill. This is just reality. But they do have. Some people do have the ability to pay attention and learn from someone. They do have that. They just need the right leadership, and it's called waking them up. But most people don't have a prayer. Doesn't matter what they study, what they look at. They have no clue of how to. If you can't catch real direction, like I've been right. The reason why I know I'm going to rule the markets for as long as I want, for as long as I live, is because of this key period, pivot point period, which is 2016, 2020. With so many political issues and problems that my system was able to see through, clowns have been massively wrong. There have been people calling for a crash in 2016. First, that was Carl Icahn, massively wrong, wiped off the face of this planet. If the billionaire was to go against me, he'd be on the street right now. Seriously, no doubt about it. But he ain't dumb enough to do such a thing, right? He'd be wiped off the face of the planet. Like, I would bankrupt billionaires if billionaires backed me who really know what I'm talking about. But that's besides the point. That's the skill I have. Okay, that's the skill I have. No joke here, right? That's what goes behind every plan. A mindset of big picture thinking skills. That's so correct. It's mind numbing. But again, people, as good as I am, listen carefully now. Nothing is 100%. And so, therefore, you need strategies, rules, and discipline to really, it's almost like 100% when you do it that way. You have to have good money management skills and make money with skill in stepping stones, long term, right? Because I'm going to be living for the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years. I could be an old man doing this at 80. I mean, the old power trick or trade at 80 years old is only going to be better than what I am right now. I'll be cleaning up like no tomorrow, because the skills keep building as you get older, right? Like, power trick or trade today is more powerful than the power trick or trade that solved the problems of 2016. I can assure you that. Where I smashed the world record holder to pieces and made him look like a clown, and of course made some people like Carl Icahn look like a clown. That's beside the point. But power trick or trade is more powerful now than ever before, right? And now I've also cemented, and I have it documented my YouTube channel, between 2016 to 2020. I'm correct massively, the big picture. It's done. Like, I'm forever the champion here. And no one will be able to beat this unless they can show it. They cannot, like, we come through, like, it's all documented. I got weapons. I got weapons of power that go to comb through. I don't have the time to do all this. But we're gonna be combing through my when I get discovered, from the right kind of people, they're gonna say, but this guy here, this guy kills people out there in skills. Is it possible someone's this correct? Is it possible? It is possible when you have a passion, when you have a care. And I care for my group members. Every plan is with care and passion. But I tell people, you gotta manage. You gotta do the right money management skills. You can't be, if you have a $10,000 account, right, which is really small. You can't be going in 4 contracts of Tesla when you can't handle if something goes wrong, because then you miss the winner and you're crying about the loser because you overtraded. Doesn't work. Every trade can lose. Listen carefully now. Every trade can lose. It's called risk, right? There's no such thing as for sure going to work. Therefore, you use strategies, right? I'm being honest to you here right now. Strategy, mindset, discipline, money management. And of course, you have to have the skills. Like, first of all, you just can't just go pick stocks and do what I'm doing. It doesn't work that way. You have to have high identification skills like I do. Like, I have identification skill like no other. Just crazy amazing identification skills and problem solving skills. And the reason why is I am at this all the time, 7 days a week. Thinking, looking, thinking, talking to my members, It's no one out there like power trick or trade. Absolutely no one out there. I have no idea why and was not good for options. I have no idea what that means. Oh, thanks, Sandro, for all you do. Good night. Good night. Good night. Oh, wow. 10:28 already. Okay. Power trick or trade. But people, this live stream, I'm talking about, I know, real passion, like this. I brought you guys into my group. And you could read over for yourself what I'm saying. I showed the charts. Right? I showed you. I do this all the time. Do we have losers? Of course we do. I never said we don't. But here's what I do differently. I figure out, like, I'll give an example here. True story said, in December, we were having some losers, right? But Power Trick or Trade was looking for, how do I fix this problem? Right? I know this market's going down for the wrong reason. I'm stuck in some plans. They're not doing well. Nothing's working. And I know. But I know I'm right. Let's go with the SPY. I want to tell you the story. This is a true story here, okay? True story. Was I losing in December? Of course I was. But here's why I win, though. I want to explain this here. I'm going to straight out honest here. Was I losing in this? Sure, I had losing trades in here. But I had a plan of action. And the weapon I told my group was BA. And no word of a lie, people, I managed in the group. Plan, action, support forever, plan for plan. We went in straight BA plans, 5 in a row. We caught 100-point swing, hundreds of point gains in thing. Nobody on the face of this planet did what I did with options. On the face of this planet. And if they did it, they would be, for that same advice, they would be charging astronomical numbers. They don't post it on social media, right? They wouldn't do it for free anyways. Now, I got gifts from people, but what I'm getting at is that in this, and Ash wasn't around at the time, but in the turbulent times, I came up with a weapon. I told people I have a secret weapon to turn around. I know the market. I have a weapon that's going to bring us back some massive gains. And it's documented. It's there. I have to go deep into the chain, but this is a fact. I'm telling you the fact. Word for word, what I'm saying is a documented fact. There are BA videos on my channel that show the process. There's a bit of a time lapse. They show the process. There's nobody on the face of this planet that did what I did with options. Nobody on the face of this planet. 5 times in a row with options. For people with any size account to get in, they'd go with 1 or 2 and you win 5 times in a row. 5 times in a row. Up to 420 before they had the plane crash that was an unknown factor that screwed BA, and since then we haven't been bothered with BA. We did have a loser in BA, but since then we haven't bothered BA because it's out of favor. But it's still a stock that has a lot of potential. But right now it's still not good enough in my books, and we don't care. I don't care about BA. When it's just because you have a strong winner, you have to learn how to let go and refocus your energies onto new, powerful ways to make money. You cannot dwell on past winners. Sometimes what people do, and they keep trying to make money and they keep losing because they don't know how to adapt and refocus their energies. That's what I'm a master at. AMD was good an option. It could be. It's just not. There are better ones. Let me rephrase it. Better than there are just better. Most of the times, I couldn't get into, like, we were focusing on Tesla versus an AMD, right? And I'm telling you, AMD, Tesla options pay more, or Apple options were better than AMD options. Okay, Stephen. So for me, for my group, or for what I recommend, AMD wasn't good enough for options. But you could have made money in it, but that was not my focus. Remember, I dial things into the highest probability to the best possible setups. That's my skill. This is another level, okay? You can't get this studying from anybody out there. Nobody has these skills, okay? This is high-level skills, people. When you come in my group, you can do whatever you want, but you're going to see, as you can start really following me, you're going to want to do nothing without me. Nothing you're going to want to do without me. You're going to say, oh my God, I would have made more money listening to him. I should have went to his investments, not my dumb ideas. That's how good I am, but you have to study. Listen, people, nothing's for nothing. If you don't put the time and put the trust and the energies to learn the right things, you're going to stay a stock clown. Heed my warning. It's in all good intentions. All right, now. You know, Mireza, you asked me questions, but GS, we still got to confirm, Dexter. We still got to watch for GS to confirm, to be answered. So GS is still a watch. Listen, we wait for confirmation, but that's why. So what was I going to say here? That question. Again, Mirza, the time frames that I use are everything. Sometimes I'm going to use the 5 minutes to solve a problem. Sometimes I'm using the 130 minutes to solve a problem. If you look at I don't know if you see that here. You see there's a lot of stuff I have below this stuff. 30-minute, 10-minute, weekly, 195, 135. Every single one of these charts are optimized to a system called the Visionary Line System, okay? To where I solve problems with my rule structure. It's a very sophisticated, powerful thing that's mind-blowingly powerful. That's why I have all this confidence. Like, you don't see me talking with all this confidence week after week after week, smashing the cons to pieces for no reason. I'm confident because I know I'm the best. It's as simple as that. The best. I know how good I am. It's so, you have to see, there's too many dum-dums to even to understand how good I am. That's why I say this. Listen to me. I say this, I'm going to say this carefully, people. Success is for the few and not the many. And what's a great example? How many billionaires do you know that there are? The success is for the few and not the many. The billionaire mindset is very different than majority of the people out there. Like someone like Jeff Bezos, his mindset was different. He's a visionary thinker. He had to go up against a lot of oppositions, lots of stock clowns, and in the end, he's on the top for what he wanted to do. Okay. The same thing with the market, right? Most people don't have the right mindsets to succeed on their own. No matter what they study, they have the self-defeating mechanisms in them. They don't even realize that they're shooting themselves in the foot. PowerTarget Trade is a master at helping you see your dum-dumness and making you go forward. And how will you learn? By studying, coming to my live streams, asking me questions, but witnessing the plans that I post. You don't have to, I do all the hard work. All you got to do, though, is follow the rules. No matter how good I am, you still got to take the action. If you start using your dumb brain to make decisions, you're going to dumb miss stuff. You understand? It's just a reality, people. I'm on another level. These skills are God-given skills. It's like, why does Mayweather win boxing fights? There's just something in his brains, he's boxing, tactical skills, that out-tacticals the other people. You know, why do you think he made $300 million on a fight? The people wanted to see him lose so badly. You know, they made a big stink. You know, both of them cleaned up on the dumb-dumbness of people to see some little people fight. You know, $300 million. Like, it's all there, people. The dumb-dumbness out there. These people clean up on the dumb-dumbness of people. But the reality is that what's in the brains of Mayweather is a tactical way of defeating his opponents. And not everybody has that technical ability. This is why in his weight class he wins. And it's the same thing like the market. There's a tactical strategy that most people do not have the skills to really do, no matter who they follow. Most people don't really give people the tools, the power. And therefore, that's why I started doing management. Because people, once upon a time, I was posting plans, and people would screw up. I started realizing, you know what, if I don't start doing management, and I started increasing the help, and still people screw up. That's why I'm trying to tell you people are dumb-dumbs. It's just a reality. I'm telling you how it is to hopefully wake you up. Now, how do you stop being a dum-dum? How? You start listening to me. You start studying every word coming out of my mouth and thinking about it carefully. He's right. I am a dum-dum. I do make these dumb mistakes all the time. I do need to learn how to do it the right way. I'm going to listen to him because I have no idea. You think these charts I'm showing you are everything? You have no idea how. There's so much that goes behind what I do, but I do it so well because I have hundreds of thousands of hours behind me. Now, unless you have this much time and skill behind you, you don't have a prayer to do this on your own. A prayer. You don't have to. PowerTarget Trade will outlive most people anyways because they don't have the health anyways. You know what I'm saying, people? There's people that are going to be croaking anyways. So that's why I tell people health. I try to teach people about the health side of things. Most people don't care about their health enough. Big fat mistake. Big fat mistake. They're fat sick. They're gonna croak. They're gonna be so sick. They're not even gonna enjoy their money. You know how many people I witness? But anyways, I don't want to get into that, people. I care too much for people. I tell people, you know, there's people don't understand what I know. I have too much studying ability, observation ability. It's uncanny. I see things people do not see. And they will be talking about this, maybe about some things about that I'm mastering. 10 years down the line. I'm a master. I do what I say. Everything coming out of my mouth, I do. 100%. I've always been about health and wealth. That's what PowerTarget Trades has always been about. Always been about these things. Since 18 years of age, PowerTarget Trades, always been like that. I don't want to go into the story about because too long here, but yeah. The point about Mayweather is there's a mindset that very few have. And it's the same thing with the market. You got the Mayweather right here of the market. That's why I win. The big picture. Stop clowns. All right, people. Let's have a good night, people. You know what? Study this live stream. I have so much. I'm so correct so much that I try to keep it. I will, people. Be patient with me. PowerTarget Trade. Be patient. But you know what? There's a lot of value in this live stream. Study. Listen to me carefully, people. New people. Study my YouTube channel. Okay? Do not listen to the clowns out there. The clowns have nothing. PowerTarget Trade has everything. It's all outlined for you. It's free to come in my group if you see the value. Come in, you see the value, you send gifts because you see the value if you want to. You don't see the value, and you don't have to do anything. It's all up to you what you do. But when you're missing the gains, don't come crying to PowerTarget Trade. Where? When you do nothing, listen, people, when you do nothing in life, you get nothing in life. When you put no effort in life, that's what you get. You get what you put in. I put in a lot. That's why I get a lot. Why I'm a happy, healthy, successful, powerful individual. That's unlimitless. That's limitless what I can do. Helping people. Like I've already helped a lot of key people. Like I already have so much happiness in my life and what I've done. But there's so much more that I can do for the right people. And I don't know what 5 years, what's going to come down 5 years, how much PowerTarget Trade smashes the people to pieces. You know, especially the cons will be, a lot of cons will be gone. I'll be laughing, and I'll show you. Look, see, this con's gone now. That con's gone. Like I told you, all gone, stock cons, all gone. When it's time to go short the market, buy puts, PowerTarget Trade will be the best at that too. Stock clowns. PowerTarget Trade out, people. Till next time, don't forget, live stream. I will get to people. It's just that I have so much power. This live stream was very powerful. It was really big portion about it. Study it about Tesla. I want you to think about it carefully. Of the focus that was put in Tesla, the heart that you gotta have. You want to catch stuff like Tesla. When you're a fearful trader, you miss. How many times you say, I should have held, You gotta master this. You don't have enough belief. Therefore you miss. Too bad, stock. All right. Have a good one, guys. Good night, guys. Good night.